Have you ever heard a song from the game NieR Automata? Or perhaps a song from NieR Replicant? If you listen to either game's OST, then you've probably realized that the songs are usually in a language you've never heard before. You may have wondered what that language is or where it's from. Simple. It doesn't exist. The songs are sung in a sort of gibberish called the Chaos language, created by composer Emmy Evans from a mixture of many different dialects and languages. It was created to evoke the feeling of a long-lost language through nonsensical yet almost recognizable lyrics, and it does just that. Real quick before I delve any further into this stuff, I am completely oblivious to music theory, much to the dismay of many people I work with. I do voice acting and art, so this is far beyond my area of expertise, but I will still be covering it nonetheless because this is a verbal arts study, so bit necessary. The main inspirations for Chaos language can be traced back to German, French, English, Japanese, and so on. Each song takes phonetics from a different language and incorporates them into the Chaos language, creating a distinct subhuman feel. Every lyric feels almost like you could understand it, yet you never truly can, and that's the point. The songs are not meant to have a set meaning. They're meant to be interpreted by you as the listener. For example, let's take a look at the first song Emmy Evans wrote in Chaos language, Song of the Ancients. Both vocals in this song are performed by Emmy Evans herself, and lyrics will be provided. Out of every track that plays in NieR, Song of the Ancients is the only one that actually exists inside of the story. It existed long before the story began, to be exact, and acted almost as a long-lost prophecy. To the twins, Devla and Popola, it was the only thing that kept them going despite their seemingly impossible goal, and to the main character NieR, it was the memory of a warm home and family. Both in-game and its production, this song is the first of its kind, and acted to further the NieR series to become the masterpiece that it is now. It's because of this importance to the story that it makes many appearances in several different compositions, including Popola, Devla, Atonement, Hollow Dreams, and Fate. There is one more version, that being from the DLC of Drakengard 3, but we'll be talking about that in a different video. Now, let's talk about another song from NieR Replicant, Kaine Salvation. This track is about Kaine, if you couldn't tell from the name. Now, I know I said this song is from NieR Replicant, but it is also in NieR Automata, for many reasons, all of which are spoilers. I'm trying to cover these songs with as little spoilers as possible, not because I want this video to be spoiler-free, but because I don't want this video to be over half an hour long. Kaine Salvation is a song expressing the many different grievances of the character it portrays. Many feelings, self-loathing, tragedy, sorrow, yet faith, willpower, and hope. Most of all, it's a song about love. Both receiving and giving love. Just the song alone is quite a sad listen, but why? Sure, you could mainly attribute it to the composition, which, by the way, Keiichi Okabe is the GOAT, but I feel the main reason it hits as hard as it does is the use of Chaos language here. Emmy Evans' vocals here create a sense of humanity through every lyric whispered. Each word conveys an emotion you can resonate with despite not understanding what's being said, and that in and of itself is why this song is a masterpiece. This song is not for Kaine, this song is Kaine. It's the weight of everything she underwent throughout her story, and it's the humanity she found in herself with her friends. This song is her salvation. There is also another version of this track which was used for the Final Fantasy crossover, that being Her Inflorescence. That entire theme and fight is a reference to Drakengard 3, but we'll be talking about that in a different video. Ending off the segment on Chaos Language, yes, there's more after this, we'll be covering a beautiful song from NieR Automata. And yes, that is the song's name. Now this song takes a very different tone from the previous two, mainly because this is a boss theme, but arguably it is just as tragic, especially with the context. The first verse of this song is performed by Emmy Evans, similarly to the ones before it. The second verse, however, is performed by singer Janique Nicole, who drastically changes the vibe the track gives with just her voice alone. If with Emmy Evans the song felt like a solemn confession, with Janique Nicole it feels almost like a cry of agony, which is especially fitting for the character it's portraying. It's a song about love, but not in the same way Kaine's Salvation was. Here it's portrayed almost in a maddening way, sung by the husk of an opera singer who wanted so badly to be loved that she was willing to lose the humanity she might have had. The song is a romantic tragedy, a cry for help from a robot who had its heart broken. Of course, there are some pretty similar themes here to another character from Drakengard 3, but we'll be talking about that in a different video. Now, by this point in the video, you've vibed to the music and gotten basic explanations of all the songs. What exactly does that mean in terms of verbal arts? You know, the topic of the video? Well, to start, verbal arts can be applied to a very broad range of things, including music. Music in general is an art form that has existed for a very long time, sometimes as a way of telling stories, other times for the sake of just being music. But what about different cultures and how they perceive and create music? That's where NieR comes in. The chaos language used in the OST, as well as the story the games portray, it's a story about people, a concept about combining everything we were, are, and will be. It creates a sense of unity through the lack of understanding, regardless of culture or language. It's a love letter written in a language nobody can read, yet everybody can feel. It's a story about humanity. It's also a story about a time loop if you consider Drakengard 3, but we'll be talking about that in a different... Finally, we arrive at the last song. One of the only songs that was meant to be understood. There will be no commentary after this song to explain it or anything like that, because there isn't a need for one. I'll be cutting the song down a bit for the sake of time, but if you ever get the chance, please listen to the full version. With all of that in mind, I present to you Ashes of Dreams.
Once there were trees full of birds, meadowlands vibrant with flowers, carefree the songs our children once sang, gilding our minutes and hours. Clouds came and covered the sun. The breath